Here we go. Alrighty, so welcome to, if you're watching the VOD, welcome to Losers Quarters. This is the other side of the bracket to me.
Oh.
I will play the winner of this very soon. Who can say? It could be Levi. It could. He's done it before. He did it a couple of weeks ago. We might see Gregory, in fact.
We might see Gregory?
Yeah. He was mentioning Gregory might make an appearance. But you can never be too sure.
I believe like every
wow. That was almost a 0 to death.
Every week it's the same. It's the same Gregory stuff. But this week I've got a belief that I just haven't had until about a minute ago when I heard of Gregory's name.
Yeah.
A belief that the world could change tonight. Not just Smash, but in general.
World politics will be rocked.
Yeah, I heard they were going to change the name of the United Nations to the United Gregories.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Oh, okay. Send him that way?
He wasn't even facing that way.
It's like your stupid splat bomb. Just sends you whatever way it feels like it.
Well, it's not whatever way I feel like, so, sometimes it works in your favor.
That's true, that's true. Gregory for president. I agree.
What kind of empty political promises?
I don't know, but
the kinds that win you an election.
Yeah, exactly. I won the student councillor elections at high school by promising to shave my head.
And you never did.
And I never did. People bought it. People ate it up. It's great. It's just like a... Oh, that's gonna... Not quite.
How come you're allowed to DI that 140%? That's so wrong. Oh dear. Some moves did.
You know, on Smashville, there's occasionally there's a car on the stage. How the fuck do they get a car up there?
It's like a air ferry.
Yeah, but how do they get it up there?
I don't know, dude. You're asking me the wrong guy.
You've played Animal Crossing. I haven't played it.
There's no floating sky stages in Animal Crossing.
That's a good point.
But they do just appear wherever they want.
Oh, catches that roll.
This is a close game.
Yeah.
Good job, boys. Good job.
Chris has really brought it back. Levi was running away with it at the start, but he's remembered.
Oh, that's
classic.
Right. Thought he should have had
classic
the platform.
Levi.
I felt the platform there.
Wait, wrong one, sorry. So that, hopefully it doesn't deter, put off, or in any other way hinder Levi's
You struggling to speak
quarters.
here in your own voice?
Yeah, it's really weird.
it's disorientating.
Like, yeah, it's like, when's it gonna go away? I can already hear my voice.
No, there's scientific studies that show that if you play somebody's voice back at them, like half a second delay, it actually messes with like how you like cognitively process like the speech, and it makes you mess up your own speech. Like someone invented this thing where you like take a box into meetings and it like plays back people's voices while they're speaking, and they just like start going because they don't know what to say.
I mean, yeah, I can see it now.
Like unless you're aware of it and it's just happening subconsciously, it's really hard.
I think I was okay until I tried to think of a way to describe what I was saying for Levi before, and I had to think of like 3 different explanations, and it was just like, oh.
Oh, nice catch.
Science.
Yeah, that's why that happens. Science.
Oh, okay. If that was old Toonlink forward smash, Jesus.
That's what I was about to say before. I feel like
Yeah.
he's sort of gone... The character manages to fall off quite a lot without that one smash attack.
You reckon?
It's a pretty good mix-up.
Yeah, it's true.
And it was really strong.
Jay Dizzle doesn't play him anymore. He plays Young Link instead.
There you go.
In fact, are there any Toonlink players? Like in America or Europe?
There probably are, but...
What was that really good one?
Hyuga.
He was the rapist or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he's still playing or not, but I think he probably
he got banned for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think he got unbanned, and he plays in Spanish? Brazilian
He only
tournament?
plays the game in Spanish.
No, he's
He
from
refuses.
Brazil. He's from Brazil.
I thought he was South American. I'm sorry. You should be. I'm confused. Why are you so?
Come on, science.
You have to pause to think. Yes. Hang on. Yes. That was not good DI. It's the DI assist. Who are we talking about? Oh, there was in Smash 4. Long story short, you can probably Google it.
Oh no!
Not allowed, illegal.
That's.
You can probably Google it, but there was this.
There's a lot of
Twin
angles
Link
that could have gone.
Twin Link main, one of the best players in the world, definitely in South America. And there was basically some story of him sexually assaulting someone at an after party after a Smash tournament. I don't know the exact details. Quick Baron Fox? No.
He tried.
I know. Another time.
Oh, the win box just being like, no, thank you, sir.
No forward smashes. Catches him. Another one.
Get him, get him.
Yeah, if you Google it, I'm sure you'll find it. There were plenty of posts on Reddit a few years ago. Forward smash? Okay, no.
Yeah, I find Toon Link's bombs, like out of the links, the easiest to play with. Maybe other than normal Link, because they seem to last forever. Whereas young Links actually go off pretty quickly, so there's not a lot you can think about. As
yes.
like when I'm playing against him, I should say.
That was a good read. But Palutena's got the weird timing on her get up, doesn't she?
Yeah, one of those ones. Back throw? Oh.
He's stalled it a lot.
I wonder if you should just go for up throw.
Is it still like the third strongest kill throw?
I don't know, because we've got new characters now, like Incineroar.
Yeah, that's a very strong back throw. That's number one, isn't it?
I'm fairly sure, especially with.
Okay.
Oh really?
Yeah, I thought that would have done it. 160. Come on. Was that a forward throw?
Yeah. You killed me with with young Link's forward throw.
Yeah, but that is a kill throw. That's not a kill throw.
They're all like really similar.
I guess so. They're different links from different timelines. I've spoken to Miyamoto, and he said that
you don't need to speak to him. There's a book about it.
Young Link is the most canonically powerful Link.
You struggle.
God, I had to say that slow. Good fight. I'll give him a pat after this. Let him know.
You can have 2 cookies.
Back to Town and City. This is like last set. Ben and Finn. They went PS2, 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 PS2.
That's reasonable.
Pokemon Stadium.
Leffen was having a bitch and whine about it. It's oh no.
The bomb might go off. Yes, nice.
Good boy.
Leffen was having a bitch about what?
Smash Ultimate players going back to stages that they lost on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely more prevalent in this game than like any other Smash I've seen at least.
I just think the meta's too early to really understand what stages we like or don't like. But his reasoning for it was, there's a very highly unlikely chance that in the specific matchup with the specific players and the specific characters, the stage you just lost on is not going to be the best one. Which makes sense.
Still, I think it's interesting that for this game, we're seeing the same stages over and over again.
Well, I know what stages I like to play, like neutral on, and I would prefer to go back to them if I could. Like, if I lose, sometimes I know I lost because of a habit, not because of a stage. And it's like, with a stage like this, platforms actually assist me a lot, and the FD, like, transformation assists me a lot. So
that was bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only stage I don't really like is... Oh, well, it's more of a distaste is FD. Like, the others, all great, no issues. FD is just kind of...
Does he have his jump?
Yucky. Yucky!
He didn't have his jump because of an unfortunate... He, like, air dodged down to avoid getting hit by the Palutena fire. And it just put him in an unfortunate situation where he didn't have a jump and Palutena just exploded him. No!
Calls him out. I reckon that was frames away. God, I had to say that slowly.
Do you want to swap headsets?
No. This is so weird. No, we cannot do an amiibo tournament. For the last time, people have been asking for this since Smash 4. It will be boring, you will be sick of it after 3 sets.
The CPUs in this game are pretty fun to watch, actually.
They're more human. They're a lot more human.
We should just put Smash Meter on.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching the CPUs play with Smash Meter is actually really fun. You should see the CPU Link use his Final Smash. He does the craziest shit. And it works. And Incineroar too.
Right back here.
They are human. There's little men inside my Switch.
Alright, that's 2-1 up for Chris. I reckon Gregory's probably gonna take a back seat.
Fair enough. You know, save him for when you really need him.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Are we going back? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They're both doing really well on the stage, so...
Don't go back. Don't go back.
Oh. Oh.
Don't go back.
Oh! He's making a me.
They're playing on the training mode stage?
He's wasting even more of my time.
It's only 9:30. Does the me not already exist?
He's making a new one.
Why? Is this Gregory?
Gregory 2. The sequel.
What do you want to change about Gregory? He was already perfect.
This is the more powerful Gregory.
Gregory didn't need to be more powerful. We just hadn't unlocked his full potential.
This is like when the androids show up in Dragon Ball Z, and Android 19's fighting Goku, and like he gets the heart disease as he's fighting him, and then Vegeta shows up and saves the day. This is what's gonna happen.
Is this Gregory's like Super Saiyan?
Yeah, I reckon.
So is Gregory 3 gonna be like
Super Saiyan 3.
Is that what they get? Well, they don't. When does their hair change?
Super Saiyan 3.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like that's when it changes to a different color.
Oh, like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
Nerd talk. How dare you? How dare you?
I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. I'm learning.
See, he's like Nappa. When he goes Super Saiyan, doesn't matter. He doesn't have any hair, so his hair can't go blonde.
2 is yellow and 3 is blue, isn't it? I don't know. That's why I'm
3
asking.
is still yellow, but blue is like a different thing altogether.
You've got to really appreciate the balls on Akira Toriyama to like freshen up the series. He was like, well, they're already pretty strong, so what do we do? Let's just change the way they look. Let's just change the color of their hair. It's like so typical for his like work ethic, just to do the least amount of work possible.
I'm sure he doesn't care. He's got plenty of money.
I know.
He made a me only to play Toon Link again. Never mind. I hope you lose now.
I wonder if you could get. I think someone needs to do that at a big tournament.
At a major.
Yeah.
Grand finals. Like M10.
Like chat would go wild.
They would.
Yo, I can't count. Fairy Tail's sick, actually. And if you guys like Fairy Tail, I suggest checking out his original series called Rave Master. It was actually, yeah, Rave Master. It was this really sick manga back in the day.
Scoop? Jesus.
Really fucking cool. It's very fun.
What's it about? Going to raves?
No, it's got all this music shit and the characters are just really cool, but he's like trying to get like things to put in his sword. He's got like the sword weapon and he wants like different bits to put in it. And,
so it's Thanos.
Yeah, it's sort of like One Piece, but it was before One Piece.
Is One Piece still going?
It might be.
Like it's never finished?
I mean it's ridiculously popular in Japan. Like
why? I
people
don't
love
understand it.
It's just been merchandised really well. I would say it's almost as big, like probably bigger than Dragon Ball Z at this point in Japan.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to. Like the show doesn't need to keep going. If you want to make merch.
They just make movies usually. I don't know if they've still got episodes going.
I heard somewhere they do, because at least when I was watching Dragon Ball Super when it first came out in Japan, it would share a time slot with One Piece.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was still going, but One Piece is sick, so who cares?
I don't like One Piece.
You're just weird.
I got bored of it so quickly. I was like, what is going on? Then again, I went back to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, what is going on?
I like the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga.
Oh, where Kaiba has green hair.
Yeah.
That's funny. Why does he have green hair again? Is there an explanation?
There's no real explanation. But it's like Yugi's like shadow games are like just like weird
really
weird fucking riddles where he sends people into the literal shadow. He basically kills people and sends them to hell.
I remember there's like
so
a
strange.
chapter of the manga where he plays a shadow game with someone, and they're like tied to the side of a tower, and they're playing a card game, like just normal cards. And and like if they pick a certain card, their rope gets longer, and if they pick a different card, it gets shorter, and eventually they fall. And he just straight up kills this guy.
Yeah, it's intense. There's like one where there's this guy who like holds up like a cafe with a gun that he just so happens to be in. It's brutal. And then we've still got Yu-Gi-Oh! Somehow. Like,
I just love the 4Kids like fixing all the violence and guns in the original thing. It's like where they just run into the room and like point at people instead of pointing guns at them. It's great. They're gonna do it? Not quite.
Anyway, this is a close game actually.
It's very close. But instead we're talking about you.
We just talked about anime the whole time. We just talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! For that entire game. We just talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! For that entire game.
Yeah, well, we're back to Town City. Maybe, hang on, go make another me. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Are you gonna have Gregory 1 versus Gregory 2? Can we do that? Is that allowed?
I think that's unfair to Gregory 1. Maybe Gregory versus Gregory. Have you seen Gregory?
No.
He's exactly the same, except he's wearing a princess's crown, I think.
Oh.
It's the only difference. Alrighty, game 5. All 5 sets, 5 games rather, on Town City.
Palutena's combos. Oh no, he's in a pretty rough situation there.
That spike.
Yeah.
Twin Link is actually surprisingly easy to spike, especially if you have spikes like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of distressing, and I'm surprised he hasn't got more this set.
Well, it's just that situation again where one small mistake off stage, and then CJ is a good enough player who basically just.
Oh, okay.
No.
Ambition.
Who just capitalizes.
Alright, so he's decided to handicap himself. He's like, yeah, I can win this. No worries.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Very rough.
What do you reckon we'll see here? Wait, that was like 40% off like 3 hits.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like people who play Pikachu, why would you not play this character or Pikachu or something? Because they just do more damage. I played DFS at the last Smash by the Beach. First like 30 seconds was just a combo video for him against me. He was like comboing me, and I looked at my percent, it was like 55. I was like, oh. Alright, back to not caring about that then.
Pull another bomb. Oh my god. Something that I'd like to see, I don't know how well it works for Toon Link. Or is he going to try to flip it?
Well, that was an anticlimax. If I ever saw one. Alrighty, time for loser semis.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to...
Bye.
Bye.